there is some heavy pressure coming your way, they're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
First down, and they stick with Eckler to the 43, second down. Second down and 6 now. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Palmer going to go in motion left. Running on first down, Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Third and 2. And this one complete to Smith. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this one complete to Doolin.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He got 29 yards that time. Now Herbert off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. "10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. It's Herbert out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They run behind center with Spiller. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Herbert on first down now. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Herbert just beat the play clock. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from the home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now they'll send Adams in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Right back to Brown. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Charger drive about to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Eckler, they run left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
2nd and 7.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Spiller.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Isaiah Spiller
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
The final shot before the break for Herbert.
A throw on the money there to Doolin.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Second and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Herbert back to the air.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Herbert now.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
to begin the drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now a give left side, Brown with it.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This is Brown going up the middle.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown!
Jeff Smith.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Escaping the pressure right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Second and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. He's into space past the 15. And he'll indeed take it up to the 16-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a give to Brown. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun handoff to Brown here.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Samson Abukum coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Keep it going. Take it to him. Let's go, sunshine.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Oh, what you got? Let's go. I want to see your TD celebration.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Quentin Johnston,
40 yards.
and the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
It's a gain of 11.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
From the gun, a give to Brown.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be caught by Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And now the rookie's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is now 24.
This could be the turning point. Come on, boys. We got this.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So, for the Chargers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.